The $2 Small McCafe is the answer to your day. The question is whether you go with a rich caramel frappe paired with a warm cinnamon roll, a sweet caramel macchiato paired with a blueberry muffin made with real blueberries, or a hot chocolate paired with a classic apple fritter. Don't worry, there's never a wrong choice. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Wake Up Call continues now on the SportsMap Radio Network.
Time for the good.
That's really nice.
The bad.
That's the bad guy.
And the dumb.
What an idiot. Oh, what a loser.
All right, good, the bad, and the dumb time here on your Friday. We're going to send you into the weekend. Good, bad, and dumb. I don't know. There was the only way I could probably promote that. But here is the good of the day, Ron Culver.
Well, I mean, anyone's weekend can be good, bad, and dumb.
Right?
You can have all three. We just hope it's the first one. But sending you into this weekend. Now, you may not be into this. I am. I think this will be a lot of fun. But Martin Scorsese's next film. You ready for this?
Yes.
I got. You know what? Let me throw a little mood music in here as well. There we go. His next film is going to be a biopic on the Grateful Dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Starring Jonah Hill as frontman Jerry Garcia.
Oh, no kidding. Jonah Hill is going to be Jerry Garcia?
Yeah. And
the more I think about it,
I think it works.
It kind of works. I agree with you. I think I'm processing it in my head, and I'm picturing Jonah Hill. Yeah, it works. By the guys in Hollywood, that's pretty brilliant. I never would have pegged that. If you had given me the casting director job for that out of nowhere, and they said, all right, I know you've never done a casting before, but start thinking of actors you think would be Jerry Garcia. I'd be like, Tom Cruise? No. I mean,
Brad
I need
Pitt.
somebody kind of looks Brad Pitt. No. I think you're missing the point. We need somebody kind of resemble. Okay, I'll get back to you. I guess
the casting crew for Bohemian Rhapsody. Have you seen the Queen biopic? Whoever thought Rami Malek for Freddie Mercury was an absolute genius. Which, by the way, I mean, I'm not saying Jonah Hill is going to win the Oscar, but I don't know. I mean, it's Martin Scorsese, Jonah Hill. It's a winning combo, I think.
Hey, man, it's good stuff.
Yeah, I think
great.
I don't know. I'm kind of curious where they're going to go with this.
Well, before we get into that, are you a Deadhead or are you?
I'm not a full Deadhead. I do like their music, and I do respect the tradition that they have laid out.
Yeah,
where people, it's just people just travel around just watching their shows, and that these guys still tour, even despite the fact that Jerry Garcia died in 95.
Yeah, in the 90s.
You
right?
know,
yeah.
Or something like that. I mean, he's been dead for a long time. They're still on tour.
95. I think I remember what station I was at when.
Yeah.
And they did a tribute to him. I mean, they just played everything under the sun in tribute to him. So I think it was in the mid 90s. Yeah. I'm with you. I'm not a Grateful Dead fan. I got to be honest with you. I probably would not have bought a ticket to their show back in the day.
Yeah.
I was young anyway, but I was.
I might have if a bunch of friends of mine were like, "Hey, you got to come to the show. Come to the show.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun." And then I probably would get into it.
And I could never even begin to talk about which album was great.
Yeah.
And man, it seemed like Jerry was off his game in the '68 class. I don't know.
But it does pique my curiosity because we all know how the Grateful Dead started. It was during the psychedelic '60s out of San Francisco.
Right.
I'm curious. I mean, is it going to be like an origin story for them? Is it kind of going to be done like the same way Queen was done? Because I really enjoyed the way Queen was done.
I enjoyed that movie.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
I enjoyed Bohemian Rhapsody a lot.
By the way,
I have not seen Rocket Man.
I haven't seen Rocket Man either.
That young man apparently did a good job playing Elton John. I forget which his name was.
Now, I do have to bring this up since I mentioned Bohemian Rhapsody. I did not know this the first couple of times I viewed it, but the bass player the actor who played the bass player in Queen, you know what movie he was in?
No.
You're going to have to watch it again. He was, I think it was Timmy in Jurassic Park.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Really?
Blew my mind. The kid who got electrocuted grew up to be the bass player in Queen in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, that's awesome. That is. I definitely will have to at least see clips of that on YouTube.
I mean, just to see it.
I didn't know what happened to them.
No,
I know the young girl grew up and became an artist, and she's a very successful artist.
Yeah.
But now.
But he is, he's still acting.
That's great. Good for him, man. Great for him. All right, what's the bad of the day?
The bad of the day, it's not really the bad of the day. It's just, the way I'm going to spin this, it was a wild finish for an English Premier League, not Premier League, Championship League game. And actually, it was for an FA Cup, which is a season-long tournament, which I wish America would do, a season-long tournament during the season.
Hey, would that be fun?
It would be so much fun. But it was between Stockport County and Bolton Wanderers. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I think the reason why this is bad is because I think they just wanted to copy us.
You think so?
Yes. Okay, if we can think back to last Saturday, Baylor, Oklahoma, right? Baylor doesn't kick a field goal. They stopped the ball, I think. Is that how the game ended? Then the fans rushed the field, and they had to get all the fans off the field.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And then Baylor just ended up kicking a field goal just to end the game. But, the fans had rushed the field, and there were still 3 seconds left.
Right.
Same thing happened here. That's why I think they're just copying us. Before the game ended, fans rushed the field to celebrate Stockton Port's come from behind victory because they were down by 2 goals within the first 8 minutes of the game, and they ended up winning the game 5-3. But it was on their 5th goal to seal the deal. Fans rushed the field. Not only did they rush the field, the player who scored the 5th goal had his jersey stolen, and the corner flag went missing.
Oh, really?
Now, I don't know what they ended up getting the corner flag back, but is that something that you could smuggle out of a stadium?
I don't think so. I got to tell you, I don't think so.
It's not something you can hide in your shorts, right?
No, I don't think so. Oh, that's wild.
You see, I'm trying to keep it light because the real bad of the day I don't feel like discussing.
Okay. Is there? Do you want a hint of what it is?
Zach Stacy.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I don't really feel like getting into it.
It's fine.
That's why I wanted to have a little fun. It's Friday. Fun Friday.
Yeah, fun Friday. All right, let's get the dumb.
The dumb of the day is to the Big 12 and to the Texas Tech radio crew.
Yeah, they got reprimanded for criticizing officials. Tell us the story.
They're officially suspended for calling the game this week, right? So apparently this officiating crew, or not the radio crew, like any radio crew across the country, had issues with the officiating crew, right? So they had some disparaging things. I'm just going to play you a quick little 20-second clip.
I'll say it right now. The Big 12 does not want Iowa State to lose this game.
Yeah, Bob Bowlesby, you need to answer to this. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I've seen some horrendous calls today.
This is ridiculous. Unbelievable. The inconsistency of this referee crew in favor of Iowa State today. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's remarkable.
So that alone, I don't think would be enough to get you suspended, right?
Well, I'm gonna say this, and I
well, no, because they went further.
Ahead,
that's why.
Thought, then I'll go.
I mean, yes, they are there to call the game. I kind of feel local radio can have an opinion, because the people listening to them are Texas Tech Red Raider fans.
Right. You are a home team.
Yeah.
Dominant.
They're not. They're not impartial. They're not going, oh my God, to an Iowa State touchdown or anything like that. They will show their disappointment. If at the end of the game Iowa State won by a field goal, they would be like, oh, there's the field goal, and you would hear their emotions. I think the reason why they got suspended, and I'm not going to play that part because it's too long, they decided to name off every member of the officiating crew.
Yeah, that was terrible. That is unacceptable.
And I think that's where the dumb comes in. I think it's dumb that, the Big 12 is, their feelings are getting hurt by this so much. First it's, can't do horns down, and now you can't do this. It's, the Big 12, I don't know what rules they're trying to impose or why they're trying to be, the dad to everything. I mean, I know that's their kind of their job, but, some things you just got to let go. But I think the officiating crew took it a step too far. I mean, the next step after that, after naming people, was like, and here's their address, just in case you want to go and visit them.
Yeah, that's a problem. You can't do that. And look, I think you're right. I think the Big 12 is like, look, I get it. People have always had problems with officiating. That's going to be the way it's going to be for the rest of our existence.
Yeah, until we have robot refs on the field
all the time.
Then we're going to have issues with robots.
Right, that's part of the deal. The one thing that you want to avoid, though, and I think this is where they're right, is saying, guys, look, there's no conspiracy here, and don't start implying that there is one. right? We really, for the sake of the sport, we can't have you guys saying that we're manipulating games.
Yeah. That we want Iowa State to win.
Yeah, we can't do that. Like, we're not doing that. There is never, when anybody tells me that conferences are manipulating games and doing all this stuff, there's never any evidence to support that. There's never a smoking gun email. And I always tell people, I know it's fun. I know it's fun. I never want to take your conspiracy fun away from you. But do you realize what you have to do to make that a reality? The amount of people that have to be involved in that, and the amount of people that are willing to keep quiet because of that, right? That's the problem. Is you are talking about a sort of a get down. So these announcers just blowing this off and going, yeah, this isn't just bad officiating. No. There's a Red Raider fan. There's a deeper conspiracy that's out there for you to marinate on.
Yes.
It's not that we're getting screwed. It is that we're being screwed on purpose. That the powers that be are coming down on us. That, if you're a conference, you cannot let happen. And since these broadcasters technically work for the school, and who are part of the conferences, that's where they can get suspended. But you're right. I hate that your emotion would get to you as a professional broadcaster, that you would say that. You would give out those kind of names. And I get it. You get the names for the broadcast, and you will sometimes do that in the broadcast. I've done that myself. Well, I'll say our officials tonight are Jerry Mitchell, Bob Evans, and Mark Smith, and they've got the ball at center court, and we're ready to go here. You do that as part of a natural broadcast, but they did it in a way of saying,
yeah, I mean, it's one thing
guys,
to say,
remember these names because we're really ticked off.
Yeah, it's one thing to say it at the beginning of the game.
Right. Nobody remembers. Nobody's going to remember who that is.
Yeah, no one's going to remember, and no one's going to think to go back. Let me rewind the tape and go back, because no one's doing that anyways. But to say, like, and listen, I'm going to name off these names. Grab a pencil and paper, write these names down.
Right.
I mean, they're just short of just saying all those things. I mean, that's where I think it was really dumb of them. And, like, because, I mean, we know local radio, Homer radio, school radio, they're going to be impartial.
Exactly.
They're going to have opinions. And, yeah, you're going to complain about officiating. I mean, I think it's the statement of, these officials really want Iowa State to win. Like you said, you can't you can't create a controversy that's not there.
Yeah, I mean, it's the natural thing of broadcasters. I get it. You get angry.
Yeah,
but there is a moment where you have to be professional and you have to think about the ramifications of what you're doing.
Yeah,
you're sending red meat to a fan base that are going to be lunatics, and then you are giving them fodder for them to take that extra step
right.
that you don't really want them to take.
That's why everyone's pointing their finger at the Big 12, just like everyone points their finger at the NCAA. But I think there's, these guys had a hand in it too, and that's the dumb of the day. Both of these guys, both the parties are dumb. All
right, that's the good, the bad, and the dumb for your Friday. Again, we're going to talk Ohio State coming up just about 15 minutes from now as we continue. It's Wake Up Call on Sports Map Radio.
In the U.S. Army, you can make a choice to make your mark. With over 150 fields to choose from, join forces with us and take on anything.